And that's a great song. It's by Dean Brody. We decided to go country this morning, and we hope that you enjoyed it. You can get a lot more of Dean Brody songs on YouTube. And talking about YouTube, we also have a channel there, Majo Online TV. Please let us hear from you. And the lady in white and sea blue is here. How are you? You look splendid.
I am blessed, highly favored.
Yes.
I am doing great.
Right.
How are you doing as well?
I'm great too.
I have a very special dedication as a congratulatory message to very Reverend Father. Congratulatory message.
Right. It is so.
Which one is your business? The very Reverend Father Raphael Kwesi Frimpong, who is the new assistant headmaster of Pope John Senior High.
Wow. Why your husband went there?
Minor seminary, yes.
No
and Father Raphael is also class of 1995.
Buensi.
It's amazing.
Father Buensi.
No, I said Raphael.
Raphael.
Frimpong.
Okay.
Yeah.
Father Raphael.
He was with the class of 1995. And today he's the assistant headmaster of the same school, Pope John Senior High School. So good morning to you, Father Raphael. I wish you only the very best. Only the very best. All the best with this new position.
Father Raphael. Yeah. Good morning to you.
He's a very nice gentleman.
Yeah, he's a
and when I first met him, I couldn't believe he was a father.
Yeah, he looked you must be ashamed of yourself.
Very young father. I don't know. I just.
Hey. Oh, what's about now? This
no, they were mates.
They were mates.
I didn't look at him with any other eye.
I know.
It was a friendly eye.
I know. Oh, that's for you, dear.
So good morning, all of you. If you're just joining us, well, you missed the AM news, which Roland presented, but we're coming to you with the news review, the newspaper review. Is brought to you in association with SOS.
Do we have anything on South Africa and Kenya today?
Yeah, we will do. We will do online. It's a big day for Kenya, by the way, because they're voting today, and voting, if you monitor the international media, voting has started in Kenya. Over 90,000 people are taking part in this vote. Would Uhuru Kenyatta go for a second term, or this will be the end of Raila Odinga, who is the main opposition party? We'll bring you a lot more updates. And then also in South Africa, today is also a very big political move, if you like, because they will be engaged in some secret voting on whether or not they can go ahead and impeach the president. Yeah? Okay, so a lot more when we hit online. But let's start off with the Daily Graphic newspaper. By the way, you're welcome to send us your messages, WhatsApp message and regular SMS messages. All welcome. Let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper. Front page of the Graphic: fight against Galamsey, task force, illegal miners clash, 1 miner dead, 100 arrested. As for the person who died, we got that update yesterday, but it's a total of, the arrest, if you put everything together, that's what's 100. But that's the main headline in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Graphic opens photo exhibition at La Palm today, all set to carve new region out of Western region, according to President Akufo-Addo, acknowledging cheers at the debut of the chiefs and people of Bibiani and Rianso in Bekwai. That picture has been captured on the front page of the Daily Graphic. Ghana adopts walking egg technology to produce baby, and that story certainly of interest on page 20. But let's do this. So one person has been shot dead at Wawasenia or Boasenia Ashanti region, while more than 100 suspected illegal miners have been arrested by the National Anti-Galamsey Task Force 1 week after it began operations to clamp down on illegal mining in the Ashanti Western and Eastern region. The task force also seized 25 floating machines used to mine in water bodies. The miners were arrested at mining sites in the Eastern, Ashanti and Western regions. The task force, codenamed Operation Vanguard, has processed some of the suspects to be arraigned in due course. Okay, so that's there's a lot more details of that story. If you continue to read, you can grab the paper and read the story on page 20. Certainly one of interest, so a bit of that on page 20 in the Daily Graphic newspaper. Okay, here we go. Ghana has made a history as the second country in the world to use, quotes, the walking egg, unquote, technology to produce a baby. The feat was achieved yesterday after a couple who had been childless for 8 years had a healthy baby boy on the third attempt with the technology at the Pentecost Hospital at Medina here in Accra. It was a moment of joy and glory for the couple, their families and friends.
How many again?
After the birth of the baby, who weighed 3.3 kilograms. So,
and they use artificial...
Well, they said the walking egg technology.
Walking egg.
Not sure how. Okay, so the technology is a form of in vitro fertilization method that allows the sperm of a man and the egg of a woman to fertilize outside the body for about 2 to 5 days. After that, the fertilized egg is given back to the woman to carry till the delivery period. The technology was developed by a team of Belgian fertility experts led by Professor Willem Omblet.
The good thing is that we have the story in our system, so we'll play it too.
8 years.
Yeah.
Because I was just going to say, Maxwell Agbagba is in this picture with a couple in the graphic.
He's taking with that Maxwell Mupadi proposed graphic. I thought he was the doctor.
No, that's Maxwell Agbagba. That's his black self in the picture.
I'm telling you. You know, black men, they say we are more prone to
So Maxwell was there. So he's there with some journalists with the baby after the operation.
They mention his name?
No, this just said some journalists.
You are giving him the caption.
Some journalists with the baby. That's the caption there. Oh, this is good. This is really good. This is really good after 8 years. That's refreshing. All right, back page of the Daily Graphic.
Good news.
FDA's infractions lead to low quality uncertified drugs on market, according to the Auditor General's report. Details of that also on the back page of the Daily Graphic newspaper.
Please give it to him. Please do the Ghanaian Times.
Front page of the Ghanaian Times newspaper. I'm doing all the work today, Roland. Brouhaha over 2017-2018 approved fees. Don't charge new fees. National Council for Tertiary Education warns universities.
How is
Professor
that?
Mohammed Salifu. That's a picture of him.
How do they get to charge unapproved fees? Sometimes I keep wondering.
Well, but they know that students, no matter what you do, they will come to school anyway. We will.
But is it
we
not
want
supposed
to
to
put
be free
ourselves in
SHS?
school.
So they're...
No, this is tertiary.
Okay,
this
tertiary.
is not senior high.
Okay.
Tipper truck runs into traders, kills 3. A tipper truck loaded with cements rammed into traders, killed 3 people and injured several others at the Adishia markets in Kumasi yesterday. Sad story there. 8 arrested for illegal fishing. Story says 8 fishermen were on Monday dawn arrested by the Tema Fisheries Enforcement Units in the Tema Ada waters for allegedly engaging in illegal fishing. 11 dead in Nigeria church gun attack. Also a story there. 1 died, 80 arrested in war against Galamsey. AstroTurf for constituencies. Mr. Coleman with the Turkish team. Remember, we spoke to him sometime here on the show, exploring this technology and this whole, turning our backyard stadium around, if you like. Police grab slippery fraudster. That's another story on page 3. I'm interested. Why are we describing him as slippery? Says Accra Circuit Court 11 has remanded into police custody a woman for allegedly defrauding a financial institution in Accra. Name withheld of 100,000 Ghana cedis. Madam Karen Ajwa Prempe claimed she was the proprietor of Karen Heights Ventures and used the company to access loan in 2015, after which she went into hiding. Rest of the story in the paper. Back page of the Times. EU constructs 224 housing units for workers. Also, group threatening demo over road towing levy. The European Union ambassador to Ghana, Mr. William Hanna, has paid a day's working visit to Golden Exotic Limited. The visit was to inspect the progress of the construction of housing and social infrastructure projects in Kasunya near Esochari in the Shia Osodoko districts of the Greater Accra region. Okay, so this is the 224 housing units for workers right on course. Details of that story on the back page on the Times, Roland.
So we have the next paper. We have the Daily Guide newspaper. One district, one factory takes off. Good. We have EC Pro begins. CJ quizzes 3. And the story is on page 2 and 3 of the paper. And apparently says that preliminary investigations into the alleged abuse of power and corruption scandal that have rocked the Electoral Commission have commenced, and the Daily Guide has been reliably informed. And the Chief Justice has reportedly written officially to the embattled chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Charlotte Osei, to respond to the damning allegations that could lead to her impeachment. And the Daily Guide learned that the letter from the office of the Chief Justice was delivered last Friday. The 2 other commissioners, Amada Sile and Georgina Opoku-Amankwa, have equally been written to react to the petitions against them, seeking their removal from office. However, before the formal investigations commenced, private citizen Ayamga Yakubu Akolgo or Akoglo has filed a writ at the Supreme Court seeking to prevent the Chief Justice from going ahead to investigate the Electoral Commission boss. Anti-galamsey operations kills one in Obuasi, and we'll give you the details in our news. And those are the stories we have. Which paper do you have, Mama?
I've got the Finder.
Great.
My follow-up is the Finder newspaper. They've got the story on exports. Banner headline, it says, free zones back $30.9 billion in 2 decades and employs 30,357 workers currently. Michael Ochri, Befi, the chief executive of Ghana Free Zones Board. Picture of him with his headline on the front page of the Finder newspaper. So we must domesticate the Ghanaian economy. That's Senior Minister Safo Mafo making that call there. My government is fulfilling campaign promises. President Akufo-Addo saying on his tour, the first day of his tour to the Western and Central regions. President Akufo-Addo with the president of the Western Region House of Chiefs, Ojia Hoho Kweku Jebi II. Kind of like the name, Ojia Hoho. We should go and visit him. He would receive us. Also, Varsity is told to maintain old fees for now. IGP charges police PROs to be on top of their job. These are the headlines, the front page headlines at least. There are a lot more stories in the Finder newspaper. Roland?
Okay, so we have the Daily Dispatch newspaper. It says former Director of Finance speaks on EC Staff Endowment Fund, how GCNet is helping Ghanaians and Ivorian customs, or Ghanaian and Ivorian customs. And then we have other stories there. We have an overview of the ICT sector in Ghana, and other stories also in there.
All right, that's it for the Daily Dispatch. I've got the Today newspaper. Before I continue, though, just want to say that the review segment here on the AM show is brought to you in association with SOS Advance. It's a natural and organic health supplement used for cleaning the blood and boosting the immune system. Use SOS Advance for the whole family, from baby to elderly. Doctors and pharmacies across Ghana, you can kindly call 0244-439-830, 0244-439-830. Smart Organic Solutions, that's SOS. It's available at Santa Monica Health Shop. It's opposite Golden Tulip Hotel. Relish Health Shop in Osu. Ebenezer's Pharmacy is also in Osu. And here in Kokomlele, Tudon Ventures. That's where you can find SOS Advance. It's the natural solution for blood disorders, digestive issues, and skin conditions. Let's go ahead and do the Today newspaper. Front page of the paper today. Over 80 arrested in Operation Vanguard clampdown. Ghana to have astroturfs in all constituencies. One constituency, one turf. One astroturf. That's not from me, it's from Robert Coleman. I remember that's exactly what he said when we called him. Government makes U-turn on public sector employments. Community SHS overgrown with weeds and bushes. That's the school right there on your screen. It's interesting. With weeds and bushes. The Community Day SHS at Akrama, which is plagued with overgrown weeds and bushes.
Why have we left it to? What's the Ghana Education Service?
We've abandoned it to rots.
I see.
Yeah. Story on page 3. It says the site of one of the Community Day senior high schools, initiated by the Eswa Mahama administration, is very worrying. Today can reports. Okay, so that's it. It's in the West Municipal Districts of the Greater Accra. Challenge just here. It's a farming community. All right. That's where we are. Okay. Back page of the Today. Sea Lions stumble after 2 defeats. Okay, so that's some spots. It's Elmina Sea Lions. Why am I not surprised to see this on the back page of the Today? That's it for the paper, Roland.
Elmina Sea Lions.
No, haven't heard it before, actually. Elmina. I know secondly, I know Weiss.
Yeah. I don't know, have they changed the name of Elmina Sharks?
No, this is the female. I think it's a female team. Yeah.
And not lionesses. I thought females. Right?
No. Yeah. Because they are ladies. And the stadium is also the Indom Stadium in Elmina.
Yes. I know that. Okay. It's very beautiful.
That's a private one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then he has a university too. Have you seen the Indom University?
I haven't.
How beautiful.
Yeah, and that's also in Cape Coast?
No, it's after Elmina. I think it's around Atabasi or something.
Oh, okay. Is it open? It's operational?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But they have, it's still under, but they have the facilities. You go there, you think that is the University of Ghana. Charlie?
Amazing, yeah.
Indom University.
Well, that's what we're looking for. So a lot more rich people who can establish a lot more of these facilities.
Great job.
Okay, you have another paper before? Or we just go straight ahead?
Nope, that's
online?
it.
All right, let's read some messages whilst we get ready to do the online review. Got a message from Swale in Tamale. Well, thank you very much. You see some really nice things, so thanks. Okay, this one's on the levy. I don't understand why Parliament is still forcing to implement this. Why can you award a contract to this one company, Francis Yeboah? The government should be serious and jail the illegal miners who have who infringed on our laws to serve as a warning to others. Francis Yeboah sending those 2 messages. Thank you very much for your comment this morning. This one also says, I support the fight against Galamsey because it's causing more harm than good. The death of the miner is unfortunate, but I think they should respect the president and the ban on Galamsey and desist from that activity. Kwache Sampong from Fori Health Center in the Kwewu Afram Plain South districts sending this message. Very detailed where you're coming from, but we thank you for watching our show. Even from there. Here's another message. Okay, it's more of motivation. So thank you for sending it. Here's one that says, you want our reporters in Kumasi, Ohimene and Erastus. Oh, okay. Good morning to multimedia. Reporters in Kumasi, Ohimene and Erastus, they are good. They use simple English lexicons in their reportage. That's Adams from Afram Plains. Well, thank you for recognizing that. Thank you.
So the reporters in who?
Our reporters in Kumasi, Ohimene and Erastus.
And they use simple English.
They're very good reporters. That's what he's saying.
But is he saying that we don't use?
You can put yourself in that. He hasn't said that, but I won't be surprised if you decide to tag yourself that way. Considering the tense atmosphere which characterizes elections in that part of Africa, Kenya, I will only pray that Africa wins at the end of it all. God bless Africa. That's from Estelo in Ho. Yeah, very good call. This one says, good morning. Oh, okay, open up. All right, here we go. Why should we sit down for the tax force to clash with illegal mining? Ghana, the government must have a special team for that. Okay. This is from Sefi Ham Jibri. That's the message that we've received this morning. Let's quickly go online. Let's do myjoyonline.com. We'll spend a bit of time when we get to the BBC because of the Kenya elections and that special secret ballots to impeach or not the president of South Africa. This will not be the first time he's going through such a thing, by the way. On myjoyonline.com, the boy with the wrong gender but correct grades needs support. Roland, read that story. It was a detailed report.
It was by Tubari. It was by Manasseh Azura.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Charlie. Yeah. But, you can have success anywhere that you are. And I have a great feeling that help is
it just shows that he's blessed with a genius mind. Seriously. Yeah.
But you can also work hard wherever you are, and then
in that village.
Yes.
Average people will not pass.
A lot of people.
Average students will not pass their exams.
A lot of people who are CEOs and in management positions. Charlie, people have stories. So
no, the guy no book. God give him brain for that village there. God give him brain.
Yeah. But I'm sure he also worked on it.
Well, true. But that's why God give him brain.
But they do nothing with
make it work.
People, there are some great stories, and a personal story. Toby Apede, the 14, who is the president of the National House of Chiefs. He's done many things at Bogbonafia, yes. Of Asogli. He has a great story that can inspire anybody, man. From nothingness to where he is today. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, we'll tell that story someday, because I know it would inspire everybody. Because me, I'm how many years now? Many years since I've known that story, and it's one of my most inspiring stories. It keeps me going. Toll levy is laziest approach to road safety. That's according to COPEC, which is the Chamber of Petroleum Consumers. Duncan Amor is Executive Secretary speaking there. You can read details of that on myjoyonline.com, also on the page. Cocoa production gets boosts as Iran set to construct some 30,000-ton chocolate factory in Ghana. Imani Telecoms series, Ghana's telecoms licensing regime stifling innovation, internet affordability. You might want to read this. It's on our page, also on myjoyonline.com this day. Maintain 2016-2017 academic year fees. NCTE charges public universities. And Togo grants Akufo-Addo's wish for 24-hour Aflao border access. Togo has opened her border with Ghana at Aflao in the Volta region for 24 hours every day. Anti-Galamsey Task Force arrests 108 illegal miners. It's been just a week.
It means people are still mining illegally.
There's a video. Akufo-Addo stands for a fallen hero. Maxwell Mahama, President Akufo-Addo, is promising the people of Dentro Boase in the central region of full government support despite the guilt and shame hanging around the community. All right, Operation Vanguard shooting, family of victims suspect foul play. If JB Nkrumah politics mattered, Ivo would have been president. More than 80 arrested in 1 week. Operation Vanguard clamped down, and a lot more stories, including videos of the programs, the content that we produce here on Joy News that you've missed. You can catch up on myjoyonline.com. All right, Roland, let's do City FM.
All right, so we do City FM online, and we have Nanado shouldn't have expected pile of money. We have next story. Regional Minister urges calm over Boase anti-Galamsey killing. MPP's fast food politics exposed. Pio Gabra. We will overcome economic challenges. Mahama left Nanado. So we have other stories there. Okay, so let's get to the next page.
Oh, this is the story. Vote in peace. Kenya's president urges Uhuru Kenyatta appeals for calm as he faces Raila Odinga in today's general election. Voting is already underway. It's not as if after 10, because that incident that we all remember and associate with Kenya, that happened some 10 years ago. After that, they've had elections.
I thought it was more recent. I couldn't just believe that the years have passed.
There were elections in 2013. Yes, but we keep referring to, what happened, back 20 years ago.
People only remember the negative things.
Exactly. But there have been a lot of changes. They've made a lot of changes
and
to
progress.
their laws.
Exactly.
It is our prayer that they do not retrogress.
The Constitution has now
they don't go back.
Been given a new facelift.
Yeah. Yeah, over 90,000. But, you know, the same things associated with elections, even in Ghana. There are expectations that, people would go to the polling centers and not find their names in the register, because just like in Ghana, they opened the register and not everybody went to check if their names were truly in the register. So all the little things associated with elections down here, we should expect those as well.
The same Africa,
Kenya.
right? We don't have proper national ID systems.
Yeah. Except that surprisingly, I think we're way above in terms of the ethnic voting, partying, and things like that. Apparently in Kenya, Charlie, you can't take that away. It's very extreme. In Ghana, we're doing more MPP, NDC kind of thing, but they're doing more of where you're coming from.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But we wish them the very best. We're told per all the polls ahead of today's election, they say it's a very close context. So Raila Odinga could be president of Kenya.
But so too could be the incumbent.
Uhuru Kenyatta could also certainly retain, because he's coming from the biggest ethnic group in Kenya, we're told. But Raila is closely. And what they've done is, if I'm coming from this ethnic group, then the person behind me, my vice, is coming from another. So they formed,
like the way we do North and South here.
Exactly, they formed, but theirs is,
I see.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes, but there's a lot more update. We will be updating you in the course of the day right here on Joy News. On the AM show, we'll let you know all the things that happen. And then in South Africa, secret ballot for Zuma, no confidence vote. South Africa MPs will vote in secret on a motion of no confidence in President Jacob Zuma on Tuesday, and the opposition is hoping that the ANC, the governing ANC, their MPs will not shield Jacob Zuma this time around. They will do the right thing according to them.
Hopefully.
They think Jacob Zuma is a mistake.
Hopefully.
So, Jacob Zuma, Brett. Massa. Okay, a lot more stories on the BBC, Roland.
Okay, so those are the stories we have. But you get to the sports section, to the African football section, you get a lot more stories. We're talking about sports and football. We have a lot more news about that category of sports. And we're going to have Benedict also come into the studio to give us the latest we have. And we know that today is going to be the super clash between the UEFA Champions League winners and the Europa League winners. And we're talking about Real Madrid and Manchester United, Zinedine Zidane and Jose Mourinho. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Somebody sent a message, Roland. Gilbert in Kenkasu. I don't know, my hair is doing something to you. But that's the whole idea. So chill, Gilbert. But our headline segment is brought to you in association with SOS Advance. It's a natural and organic health supplement. Try it and give us the feedback. There are people who are asking for the telephone number. So quickly just scroll up and let me just say the telephone number before we run off and make way for Benedict's. Okay, so if you want to get in touch with SOS, 0244 439 830. We have to bounce out, make way for Benedict.
Yeah, we're taking a break. When we come back, we'll have a lot more with the sports stories from Benedict also. Just stay on.